Hello everybody and welcome back to another episode of Bouncing Back with Brighton. In today's episode, we are going to face Real Madrid in the Champions League group stage, following up with the game against Wolves in the Premier League. So there's only been 3 fixtures to talk about since the last time we met, the first of which was a 1-0 home win against Leicester City. Diogo Aquino got the goal for us in the 12th minute from the penalty spot. It was an incredibly tight game and I think we were a little bit fortunate to get away with the 3 points here. Leicester probably did enough to get a point whilst we didn't really threaten. You can see by the chances created, only Gravenberch created 1 all game. Next up was a Carabao Cup tie against Blackpool, which we won 4-1. A fully rotated side, as you would imagine. Marco Boulat, Bert Jacobs, Mbalo and Jayden Bogle with the goals. And finally, it was a home game against Bristol City where we won 2-0. David Ibrahim and Sebastian Jaros with the goals for us. And that sees the Premier League table looking like this. We sit on 19 points after 7 games, 6 wins and 1 draw. Pretty much neck and neck with Arsenal in second position, only goal difference, the tiebreaker there. Man City have started the season well as well, only 1 defeat in the first 7 games, a 4-3 defeat against West Ham away from home, which is pretty interesting considering West Ham is sitting mid-table. But yeah, you got the likes of Liverpool sitting in 4th as well. 1 slip up from us, we could easily slide back outside the top 4, but it's still early days in terms of the season, but I'm happy with how we're going so far. Just a quick reminder, we did win our first game in the Champions League. As you can see, we are level on points with Real Madrid. Regardless of what happens in today's game, we will stay second. Krasnodar and Olympic Lyon have already played and they drew. So looking towards the lineup for today's game, I think this is how we're going to line up. Antonio Carlos, our goalkeeper, in goal. Thomas Tavares, Gonçalves, Mark Jilic and Abilio Neves in the defence. Benty Eben Aquino in them centre midfield spots. Sebastian Jaros, Gravenberch and Jeremy Doku in the attack midfield areas. And David Ibrahim leading the line. I have put Jordan Henderson on the bench. He has been a decent option there. We've got Marquez and Courtney on the bench, which is... It's not necessary, but we're going to stick with it. I prefer bringing Marquez on instead of Mbalo on that right-hand side. He can play on the wing side, so we'll just deal with it. Interesting lineup for Real Madrid, entirely real players, which is a little bit surprising at this point during a football manager save, but a really good side. Mancini, Rodrigo, Rafa Varane, obviously, Courtois, Odriozola, Toni Kroos, he must be 37. 33? What? Toni Kroos is younger than I thought. Right, anyway, let's get the kick-off. So we are away from home, which is fine. Obviously, the next time we play Real Madrid, we will be at home and we'll have a keener sense on what we have to do to be able to qualify from this group. I think finishing second won't be any bother. Lyon aren't as good as us, simple as that. So second place I think is pretty much nailed on for this group stage. It's whether we can pip Real Madrid to the top spot or not. But this highlight has been good from kickoff, and I presumed that was in. You see the back ball to Mauro Icardi, you assume that is going in the back, but thankfully it didn't. Another highlight now, Aquino nicks the ball in the centre of midfield and we can break now with Sebastian Jaros coming down the right hand side. He finds Doku in the box, he goes back post, gets his 3rd goal of the season and he puts us 1-0 up at the Bernabeu. Absolutely fantastic finish, great play by Sebastian Jaros to find him on the opposite flank. It all came from Aquino, a bit tenacity there to pinch the ball from the Real Madrid midfield and Doku with a fine finish. Things have quietened down since the goal, and just as I say that, Real Madrid go on the attack. Odriozola on the right-hand side to Suso. Please pinch the ball. Get rid of Desenzio. I tell you what, Real Madrid, 2 chances now that probably should have been in the back of the net. Corner for us, Bentia plays it in, and Rodrigo is going to break for Real Madrid. He finds Suso. He's got 4 men round him, but he beats them all, and Antonio Carlos, I don't know if that was going wide or if it was actually going in, but a great save either way. He wasn't a no. And Suso plays in the corner. Antonio Carlos claims. It's so nice. Like, he's so much better than Jack Butland already inside like the first 10 games of the season. He's been absolutely fantastic. And just knowing that, well, there's probably going to be a mistake or 2 in him over the course of a season, which is just natural for a goalkeeper. But having him in is just beautiful. I like it. And there we are, half time. A really, really even first half. Probably they should have scored 1 or 2. We scored with our only real opportunity, so we'll take that and let's get into the second half. Highlight now, Real Madrid on the attack again on the left hand side for them, but hopefully we can break here with Gravenberch. He's got David Ibrahim should have been running down that right hand side, offering the pass over the top, and we probably would have been in behind, but it looks like Real Madrid are going to counter us themselves. Mauro Icardi's in behind. We managed to get men back, but he goes for the strike anyway. Antonio Carlos claims, and surely that was a highlight. I mean, come on, that wasn't even close to being a chance for Real Madrid. We are performing quite well. I'm reluctant to make any changes at this stage. 22 minutes remain, and we are losing possession quite a bit, so I can't change it now because they're going to score. I can feel it. Alex Telles down the left-hand side whips the ball in. Juric manages to clear, but it falls to Toni Kroos. Back to Telles. He's got men at the back post. Asensio. Icardi hits the... Oh my God. Right, we're going cautious. Yeah, they should be 3-1 up. That's as simple as that. Ryan Gravenberch, of course, he can come off. We haven't got Bert Jacobs on the bench. I think he's still struggling a little bit with fitness, so we'll bring Marc Boulat on. Marc or Boulat in the attacking midfield role. We haven't got a right back on the bench. Roberto Alvarado can come on for Jeremy Doku though, and we'll see if them changes can make any difference. Another highlight now, free kick for us. Courtois claims, and probably another Real Madrid attack. Odriozola driving down the right hand side, gets past Gonçalves, goes for the chip. Oh my God, I think that might just be the greatest goal I have ever seen on Football Manager from a right back. I mean, look at this. He just drives forward from inside his own half, completely does Gonçalves, sort of, and then a dink over the top. I mean, that is just ridiculous. Don't get me wrong, Real Madrid deserve something from this game. But that was absolutely... I mean, I want to see his finishing. He's got 9 finishing. What's his composure? I want to say you need some heavy composure to even have the balls to try that. 10 seconds to go in this match, though. Hopefully we'll be able to get out of this with a draw. Icardi's through in behind. He's been absolutely shocking today. I wouldn't be surprised if he's on a 6 average rating. And there we are. We managed to get away from the Bernabeu with a point. Odriozola's composure is 12. I mean, ridiculous. Get away. So with that draw, we actually go top of the group. Is it away goals? Maybe. I'm not even sure what the tiebreaker is at this point when you've got the same goal difference, same games played, same matches, same points, everything. So yeah, we'll get to the next game. It is Wolves at home in the Premier League. So we're at the Wolves game, but full disclosure, my laptop completely died when I was recording for the Wolves game. So I had to replay the Real Madrid game because that's where my save was, just before the Real Madrid game. So I had to do it 2 or 3 times to be able to get a 1-1 result. But as you can see, different goal scorers. Asensio for them, Bernabeu for us. Jeremy Doku actually got injured for 4 weeks on the back of this game, which I was kind of thinking maybe I should do it again. Like, go back, holiday it again, see if I can get a similar result without the injury. But I can't be bothered. So yes, the result is the same. It was a different game from what you've just watched, but it shouldn't have too much bearing on the progress of the save. So on the back of that, we are going to make some changes to the starting lineup that faced Real Madrid. Bert Jacobs is going to come in the attack midfield spot instead of Gravenberch. I think I'm going to start Rodrigo Marquez over David Ibrahim in the striker role. Embalo comes in the left-hand side for Jeremy Doku, who of course got injured. Aquino's a little bit struggling for conditioning, so Marco Boulat is going to start in the central midfield role. And I think we'll see what these guys are. High risk of injury, both of them, Marc Juric and Gonçalves. I'm thinking to maybe give Nathan Wood a run out, but he needs a fitness test. Maybe Badia Shale comes in for Gonçalves in the centre-back role as well. So Wolves come at us with a 4-1-2-3. A lot of similar players to what they started with Dendoncker, Rui Patricio. Is that pretty much it, actually? Aaron Ramsey in the central midfield. That's a little interesting signing. I wonder if they signed him on a free, on loan from Juventus. But yeah, decent side. I think they're near the bottom 3, maybe bottom 4. So we should get the win here at home. The laptop cut now completely threw me for a loop there. I was just about to kick off the Wolves game. Must be a dodge. I think it was my charger. I knocked the desk a little bit, maybe knocked the charger, which ended up shorting the battery and everything just crashed. Thankfully, I'd stopped the recording post the Real Madrid game, so I didn't lose that footage, which would have been a little bit of a pain in the arse. Bernabeu with a free kick. Absolutely beautiful. Second goal of the season, putting us 1-0 up inside 15 minutes. Absolutely great free kick from the right-hand side of the box. Nothing Rui Patricio can do about that. Top bins, champion. And that's going to be all she wrote for the first half. Bernabeu's goal sees us going in front. Not a great game so far. Wolves haven't really offered anything, but we've done nothing since the goal either. So we'll kick off for the second half. We are going to go to a more balanced mentality. We are dominating possession, so that might be a little bit skewed, but I just want us to be able to maintain the lead without causing us too many issues. But there is an early highlight, only 1 minute into the second half. It's Wolves with the possession down this right-hand side. Hopefully, we might be able to pinch it here with Barlow. He pinches it off Scoff on the right-hand side. He switches the play to Yaros with loads of space. If he gets the ball in the box, Marquez is there. Sliding challenge. Oh my God, what a block. Rob Holden. Marquez would probably do a little bit better with that. He had 2 bites at the cherry, but unfortunately, it was blocked. Another highlight now, Rui Patricio with the goal kick for Wolves. We'll see where this goes. Badiashile with a great challenge to pinch the ball from the Wolves striker, and he sets Rodrigo Marquez away down this left-hand side. Back to Bert Jacobs. It's Sebastian Yaros. What a pass that was. Oh, he hits a post, but Mbalo was there to get his 3rd goal of the season and put us 2-0 up. Very unfortunate for Sebastian Yaros there. He definitely deserved a goal. It was a great finish, obviously just hitting off the post. And this pass by Bert Jacobs is absolutely delightful. But Mbalo was there to follow up and put us 2-0 up. 15 minutes to go in this match, and we will make some changes. Benty Ebb's struggling a little bit out there. We'll get Jordan Henderson in. He doesn't get as much game time as he probably should. We'll get Bert Jacobs off for Ryan Gravenberch in the attack midfield role as well, just to see out the rest of this game. 12 minutes to go now, and there is another highlight. Please don't give away a penalty. That's a foul, and it's going to VAR, so I'll see you in 10 minutes. And the ref has decided it was outside the box, so he's given a free kick. Thank God for that. We'll stick with the highlight though. Aaron Ramsey on the edge of the box gets the ball in. Badiashile clears Matthias Enrique. Kind of get his shot away, and we get rid. We'll look to make our final sub of the game. We'll get Darius Courtney on for Sebastian Yaros on the right hand side. Unfortunately for Courtney, we couldn't sell Rodrigo Marquez, which was basically his spot in the squad to be our backup striker. So with Marquez still at the club, Courtney is not getting game time whatsoever. Back to the play now. Rodrigo Marquez picks up the ball in the centre of the pitch. And Barlow, lovely pass through for him. And Marquez is there front post, gets his 2nd goal of the season. Great ball in to the front post by Barlow. Marquez needs to start scoring a little bit more when he gets the opportunity. Ibrahim hasn't absolutely smashed it. He's doing okay, but he hasn't absolutely smashed it. And Marquez can definitely take advantage of the opportunities when he gets them. Probably the final highlight of the game, going to last a good while here. It is a Wolves corner. Ramsey plays the ball in. Neves managed to get it clear. It falls to Solanke, and Matthias Enrique gets a goal back for Wolves. 3-1. I mean, clean sheet would have been nice, but it's not the end of the world that they get a goal here. I'm not going to watch the replay because I just can't be bothered. And here's the final highlight of the game now. Definitely the final one. We're already 30 seconds over time, so if the ref, Michael Oliver, can pull his whistle out and put an end to this, there we are. Brighton 3, Wolves 1, a decent win, an expected win. Let's see how the table lines up. So after that game, we do still sit top. It looks like Liverpool have actually been defeated. And with that defeat, it's obviously great news for us. Arsenal could still be level on points with us if they do win their game in hand, which is fine. Man City will be about a point behind as well. But we're looking quite comfortable in the top 4 right now. Looking forward to the next episode. I believe we are going to come back for the Krasnodar game, which will be linked with the Spurs game in the Premier League. They're currently sitting 5th, so one of the major competitors for that top 4 spot. Anyway, if you have enjoyed today's video, please consider leaving a like, and if you are enjoying my content, get yourself subscribed. But until next time, take it easy.